James Helder, IFL TV, in association with MTK Global. With me, I've got Dillian White. What you up to, you strange, peculiar man?
No, you said to make the cum face. I was just doing it.
That's too much information for me. Like a giant old turtle.
Hey, whatever floats your boat, James.
Let's talk a little bit about what's going on in the world of Dillian White. We've seen recently, I want to get straight into it, Hughie Fury making an offer and suggestion that you and him could potentially get it on. Can you give us information as to what's going on?
Listen, as everyone know, I offered to fight Hughie already before. They turned the fight down. And their reason for not taking the fight was, we don't fight our friends. But clearly, Hughie's lost, his career is going nowhere, stinks the place out all the time. So now, they forget that we were friends and they want the fight. They asked him for the fight. I said, listen, I'll take the fight. Let's go. We'll do it Feb 3rd. It's 8 weeks away. Like, what I don't understand is why call a top fighter out, and then when he say, okay, here's the fight, let's do it 8 weeks time, why is he saying he won't be ready? Like, I call Wilder out, I call Joshua out, I call Parker. If any of them come to me and say, here is 6 weeks notice for the fight, I'll take it because I make sure I train, I'm in decent shape all year round. So if any of those opportunities come up, I'm ready to go at 6 week notice. So 8 weeks is a bonus. Like, I never knew a fight in the lateness until 2 weeks notice. So what I'm saying is, don't call my name unless you're ready to fight. It's as simple as that. A lot of these guys talk rubbish about, we don't fight our friends, this, that, the other. So what? No, we're not friends anymore. You see, it's like, it's hypocrisy. They've been hypocrites, They've been hypocrites. They've been hypocrites.
Now, are you alluding back to when the fight was offered potentially to Hughie Fury to face you for the British title when he was mandatory?
Yeah, when he was mandatory challenger to face me for the British title, they said, no, we're not interested in the fight. Dillian's our friend, and we're not interested in fighting our friends. But now because he lose to Parker, now they're trying to piggy bank on my name to get back in the picture. What does Hughie bring to the fight? Nothing. This was a pure fight for the fans because the fans would be interested in this fight. Hughie's got no ranking, no belt, nothing. Only thing he brings to the fight is running trainers to run around the ring all night long. That's all. I ain't in no talking about this fight. At the end of the days, I said, the fight's there, take it or not. I'm not going to wait around for him. My career goes on. I've got things doing, he ain't got nothing doing. He's coming back from a loss, I'm coming off wins. So it doesn't matter. I want to move forward. If he was serious, 8 weeks is enough to get in shape. A lot of guys talk and say this and say that, but all they do is make excuses. I ain't got time for excuses. I'm ready to fight, have gum, shield and glove, we will travel. It's as simple as that.
Now, Hughie Fury and that suggestion of a fight, was it to take place on a card that they would put on, or was it to fight you on a Sky date, including sort of the February the 3rd date?
It have to be in a Sky show. I'm a Sky fighter, As you know, I got a deal with Eddie Earn, fight by fight deal sort of thing with Eddie Earn, deal with Sky. So I'm happy over there. We may put on good shows. I'm getting the fights I need. The problem I'm having is no one really wants to fight. A lot of people talk, no one wants to fight. Eddie's showed me the list of people he's contacted. Lucas Browne's had a contract 8 weeks, still ain't signed it. Hughie's come on, said he want to fight. I said, yes, let's get the fight made. Then now, all I'm hearing is excuses. Why? People say I'm rubbish, I'm not good, I'm slow, I can't box, I can't punch, but no one ain't at the front of the queue to sign contract to fight me. No one in the top 10. Why is this?
Now, we saw today that Hughie Fury tweeted out he'll potentially have a fight with yourself on the undercard of David Haye versus Tony Bellew. Is that something that interests you? Does that suit your way of thinking?
I've no interest in me. My next fight is Feb 3rd. Like I said, don't call the top guys out if you're not willing and ready to go. I call guys out because I know I'm willing and ready to go. When the opportunity comes in boxing, you have to take it. No one sits around and wait. My career goes on. I'm trying to have 3 fights next year. If I wait till then, I'm missing time. I want to get out February and potentially get out April or March again. I'm not going to wait around, I'm not going to wait around for him. What am I going to wait around for him for? No. He needs to just man up and fight. That's it. This is like the second or the third time we're meant to fight. Listen, he's come looking for me, He's sent for me. I didn't send for him. He sent for me. So if you're sending for me, you got to be prepared to go when I say let's go. I never sent for him. He sent for me. Like, as far as I was concerned, me and them was mates and we was all cool. I ain't got no beef with Peter, no beef with you, no beef with Tyson. But he sent for me. So if you're sending for me, when I send back, I don't want to hear no rubbish. You understand? I don't want to hear people talking rubbish about not enough time. I just want to hear, let's get it on.
Now, we've seen today that Tyson Fury will be free to resume his boxing career. Him and Hughie are now free to reapply for their license, and everything as will be back to normal. What are your thoughts on Tyson Fury and the whole Ukad situation finally getting a line underneath it?
It's good to have Tyson back. It's another big fight. It's a massive fight. Big characters in boxing, and one that we need. You know, one as our heavyweight. Having Tyson Fury back, it'd be good to have him back. But about the Ukad situation, I don't know. The water has been very murky and muddy. This whole thing. You know, I don't know what's going on, so I can't comment on it. You know, I'll rather look into it. I'll have a read up about it later. I know we'll see where we stand. I don't like commenting and stuff. I don't know about our stuff that I'm not too clear about. So, but it's good to have him back. Big fights. He's on his way back. You know, next year is the year. I'm hoping to fight 3 times next year. So, you know, if he gets his shit together, he's another fight that I'll be very interested in. You know.
Do you think Tyson Fury, you would tick the boxes for a potentially comeback fight for Tyson Fury, if you like? Do you think that would be a fight that he would see viable? And is that a fight that you think could happen? I'm
not a comeback fight for no one. I don't think you want to have a 2-year layoff at the ring and have me for a comeback fight. I'm not a comeback fight for no one. I'm a big fight for him, you know, and that's the honest truth of it. You know, whichever way you look at it, I'm a big fight for him. You know, like Tyson might say, yeah, this, that, and the other, whatever he says, but I'm a big fight for him and a dangerous fight for him, and he knows that. He knows that. It's a fact, you know what I mean? You know, he knows. Tyson knows. You know, he knows.
Was you surprised the fact that yesterday we had rumours that with Tyson Fury not showing up to the initial Ukad thing, there could be implication and problems, now to the next day having a ruling that Tyson Fury is now ready to reapply and box again?
There's no consistency with the Ukad. It's all over the place, you know. There's no consistency with the Ukad. I'm very, very disappointed in them and the way they deal with their business and what they do. It's crazy. It's all up in the air at the minute, you know what I mean? So, no surprises there. You know, yesterday it looked like it was going one way and today it goes another way, you know. But also, it's the athlete. The athlete might have accepted a deal and done something with them. I don't know. And it's also been 2 years since Tyson's been out now, so I don't know. But there's not a lot of consistency with the Ukad. You know, different parts around the world give different suspension for the same thing. You got Ortiz, Browne, you know, you got Stavern, and then you got... It's crazy. It's all a bit crazy. You got Povetkin, you know, it's all a bit crazy. The whole anti-doping thing's a bit mad, you know. It's different strokes for different folks.
Tyson Fury still got the Ring Magazine belt. He is the lineal world champion. Do you regard him still as #1 in the division, in your opinion?
He's not #1 in the division. I mean, he haven't fought for 2 years. How can he be #1 in the division if you haven't fought for 2 years? Them rankings is only based on activity, you know. He might still hold the lineal belt. He might have never lost his titles in the ring, but, you know, other things happen in and outside the ring. As an athlete, it's up to you to obviously, you know, manage what goes on in and around your career. Are the people around you? So, I don't know, you know. I thought you had a close-knit of people around him that was looking after him and stuff, so, you know, but you hear all these stories. When things go wrong, you hear all these stories. Fighters getting robbed, fighters not getting paid, and you're thinking, hang on a minute, how can you get robbed when you have your family all around him managing him and protecting you? How do you get robbed? You know, who's robbing him, you know? Who's making the bad decisions for him? Tyson doesn't help himself with some of the things he says, but at the end of the day, he's a good fighter, and he's very colourful and very charismatic, and whoever he fight, it's going to sell because he's that kind of character, you know, so it's good to have him back.
No doubt people would be talking about a potential clash between Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
How big of a fight, from your opinion, do you think that can be?
It's a mega fight. It's a mega fight. You know, it is a mega fight. It is probably going to end up being the biggest fight in boxing today, day and age, to be honest. It's a mega fight, you know, because you got Tyson, the wild man, you know, who says what he wants, does what he wants. Then you have Joshua, this supposed golden boy, you know, who says what he thinks the public want to hear and stuff like that. So, you know, be a good fight, be a very good fight. And then, but that fight has now become difficult to make because I thought Fury was going to sign with Matchroom and he didn't. So that's a bit crazy. I don't know what's going on there. You know, that by itself will make the fight difficult to make. If he signed with BoxNation, RITV, then it makes a fight difficult to make. I thought that was a planned comeback, signed with Matchroom, have a few warm-up fights, fight the Bellin and tuck him in, and then fight me, then fight Joshua. I thought that was the road that he would have taken, But
Now, for February 3rd, there's been talk about Lucas Browne potentially coming in to face yourself. Can you give us an update on where that is with negotiations regards to a fight with Lucas Browne in February?
I don't know, man. I don't know. These guys, like I said, they don't want to fight. They all say they want to fight. They all say I'm this, I'm that. But when Lucas Browne's had the contract for 8 weeks, and then he'll make the excuse say, no, I don't got it. Whether it's him or Ricky Hatton or his lawyers got it, someone from his team's got it. So why hasn't the fight been made? Why? What's going on? What's going on? Like, I feel like, what's going on? I just want an opportunity to just beat up a few top fighters. That's all I want. Give the fans good fight. That's it. I just want to be involved in good fights where, like the fans is interested, they're excited about. That's all I want to do. That's it. I don't care about, everyone's worrying about win, losing and drawing and all of that. Listen, I just want to fight. That's all I want to get in there and fight. These guys need to man up and either fight or don't fight. Simple as that. There's no messing about, oh yeah, I want to fight this guy, but blah, blah, blah. Let's just fight. That's it. We're going to make money regardless anyway. If me and Lucas Browne fight, it will be a sellout. People will be interested in it. So why don't you want to fight? Why? You're saying you prefer to go back to Sydney and fight Julius Long again. Come on, man. He's lucky that I'm even giving him the opportunity to come back in at big level. What's he been doing in the last 2 years? Failing tests for contaminated meat. That's all he's done.
What's the latest you've heard being part of Matchroom with regards to Lucas Browne, regards to Joseph Parker, and any movement on what will happen with Anthony Joshua?
I don't know, man. But they're both champions, and I believe both men should get what they believe they're worth. I believe, okay, Joshua is the superstar going in, but Parker is still a champion. So and at the end of the day, it's a business, and you're gonna risk your health and probably risk losing your belt. So you want to get compensated for it properly, and rightly so. So what Joshua needs to realize is he's becoming a big star. He's a big star, but to get big fights, you're gonna have to give. You can't just have it all your own way. You know what I mean? No. People. You're saying you're this and you're that. People want pain to fight you because people's in the risk their health as well as their belt and their ranking and their records, so they want paid to fight you, and rightly so. I believe any fighter getting in the ring should get paid on what he's worth. It's as simple as that.
Over the last 18 months to 2 years, we've seen a lot of fighters take pot shots at Tyson Fury. We've seen a lot of fighters potentially call him out about a hypothetical fight. Do you think they'll be as keen to want to be as vocal to the big man now he can potentially get back in the ring early 2018 and start getting the fights going?
A lot of fighters are queued up to fight Tyson Fury now because he's coming off a long layoff. He's massively out of shape. His ring timing will be off. It'll take him about 18 months to get back to where he was. And that's why Joshua want to fight him as soon as possible, because his timing's gone. His enthusiasm and his drive is gone down. It doesn't matter what he says. I know what he thinks, and he thinks, oh, he's this and he's that. No, when he gets in there, he will understand that time out from the ring is something that, you can't do nothing to compensate for it apart from get back in the ring again and fighting and getting the experience back, getting the timing back, getting the fighting fitness back. Fighting fitness is different from just going on the road and running and getting in condition.
Double-ended question. What is it going to take to get Dillian White, Hughie Fury signed for potentially February the 3rd or for the undercard of David Haye, Tony Bellew? What are your thoughts on that? What will it take to get that fight over the line?
Just need to just sign the contract and let's fight Feb 3rd. Stop making excuses. Don't call people out if you're not ready to go. Anyone I call out, if they say we'll fight you tomorrow, I'll go. You know what I mean? I've always been a man of my word. Anyone I say I'm going to fight, anyone I want to fight, injured or not, I show up and I fight. That's my mindset. That's my mentality. Only a few fighters in the world is like that anymore. Why are you calling me out if you're not ready? Get yourself in shape. Get yourself to the mental stage where you think, okay, I might be ready to take on Dillian White now, and then call me out then. When you're going to call me out, I'm going to say yes and then wait. He's talking about 4 or 5 months. 4 months or something he's talking about. What for? What I mean is, last year I fought twice, which was terrible. I want to fight 3-4 times this year, so I'm not waiting for no one this year. I'm just going to take on all comers and all challenger and just keep busy. I'm not doing that because I'm getting on now. I'm getting on now in age, so I need to be busy. These are good years for me, so I need to be active, be busy, and just win these fights and keep it moving, you know? That's what I need to do. I'm not going to wait around for no one. I mess about, you know. I'm ranked number 1, number 3, number 4, and number 5 in the world, you know? So it's only a matter of time before I get a title fight, so at this stage of my career, I'm still relatively inexperienced. I just keep chipping away. The more fights I have, the more experience I have, the better I become. Every fight, I'm getting better and better. You know, so that's it.
Let's talk a little bit about Vasyl Lomachenko's win against Guillermo Rigondeaux. What were your thoughts on it? I know you're quite passionate about certain subjects, so let's get involved a little bit. What did you think about it?
Firstly, Lomachenko was good. He did what he had to do. You know, and that's what it's about. It's about winning. You find a way to win, find a way to nullify Rigondeaux and broke him down and took his heart away from him, basically. And then secondly, very, very disappointed in Rigondeaux. Very, very disappointed. This is a man, 17-0 undefeated, hundreds of amateur fights, Olympic gold medalist, you know, and he went to the fight, current world champion as well, right? He went to the fight and showed zero ambition. The only thing he was doing in the fight was bobbing low. You know, I was very disappointed in him, and then he quit. That's the honest truth of it. Whichever you look at it, injured or not, it's quit. Then you got the like of Stephen Smith fighting out in America with his ear hanging off and begging the referee to let it go on. But, you know, I think as British fighters, we're seen to have extreme heart and extreme courage, you know. We've seen it time and time again where our fighters go out and show courage, you know what I mean? I think it just, as we are as a people, I think it's a mindset. You know that you have to show heart and you have to show courage, otherwise you can't go back to your home city. But very disappointed in Rigondeaux. That's all I gotta say. Well done, Lomachenko. Fought well. You know, you shocked me. I thought Rigondeaux did a lot better than he did, but he just nullified him. After the round 1, Rigondeaux seemed like he couldn't be bothered anymore. He was just bobbing and weaving and evading and that's it. You know. I don't understand it. I don't understand why fighters, they go through the whole career, they're doing good, and then when it comes to the one time where they need to show a bit more than skill or a bit more than fitness or they need to show a little bit guts and less fitness and less skill, because you're losing on points, you're getting outboxed, you got power, you're powerful, go out and swing for it, give it a go and see what happens. He wasn't prepared to do that, and I was very disappointed in him. That, you know, he's prepared to outskill guys and outbox guys and land big punches when he can, but when the tide is against him, he's not prepared to go in the trenches and swing it out. You know, that's why I say I have respect for the likes of Carl Froch, you know, Stephen Smith, even Paul Smith and all those guys, Darren Barker, Macklin, all those guys, Martin Murray, all those guys are showing heart in fights. So look at the fight with Martin Murray and Golovkin. Golovkin was pounding him. He showed heart. You know, look at Macklin when he fought, what's the guy named that he fought? Felix Stern. You know, Darren Barker, all those guys, you know, those guys showed so much heart. Barker, I think, got knocked down when he fought the guy who won the world title off, didn't he? He got knocked down, he came back. Daniel Gill, he came back, and, you know, I don't understand why these guys don't want to show heart. These guys are great fighters, legendary fighters, but they're not showing the heart they need to show, which I'm very disappointed in that, you know.
We've got a big fight coming up in WBO World Champion Billy Joe Saunders going out to Canada to defend against David Lemieux. What chances do you give Billy Joe Saunders of being successful and bringing back his belt?
Listen, man, I always back British fighters, you know, and Billy Joe Saunders, he's always been cool with me. Friend of mine, I speak to him, and he's a good fighter, a very good fighter, technically good. He seems to got himself in really good condition. And Dominic Ingle is someone I speak to as well. You know, Ingles, they have the awkward style, which I think will suit Billy Joe Saunders good. But David Lemieux is a good fighter. He can box and he can punch. Billy Joe Saunders needs to be careful. But I think as a pure boxing guy, you might give Billy Joe Saunders the advantage because of his skills and his slickness. But as a fighter, you give David Lemieux the advantage because he can whack. You know, and he seems like a guy that he doesn't give a damn as well. It seems like, I don't care. You know, that's the mindset he shows. He shows that he's someone who's been through a bit of hardship and probably been a street kid and stuff. He shows that in his mindset and his approach to the fights. You know, destroying Curtis Stevens the way he did, giving Golovkin a good fight while it lasted. Even Golovkin outboxed him and stopped him eventually. And then the other guy for Ndamu, the guy, what's his name? something in dumb, destroying those guys. Those guys ain't punks. You know, and he stood and traded Curtis Stevens, a big puncher, stood and traded him and put Curtis Stevens to sleep. So yeah, it's a good fight. But like I say, I will pick Billy. Any away fighter is fighting. Any British fighter fighting an away fighter, I will always support them and you know, I'll back Billy Joe Saunders to the win and points.
Hassan and Dam. You had my brain going then. With it coming up to Christmas, obviously the Christmas carols and the songs here are very, very popular. What Christmas carols and songs did you used to sing in Jamaica?
Red wine, sweet. No, we don't sing songs, man. Listen, man.
Not have any Christmas sort of festivities and songs in Jamaica.
Yeah, Christmas is a big thing all around the world, but you know, my family is a mixed family, man. So my family, we enjoy every day like it's Christmas. It's a Caribbean thing. Every day you go to my mom's house, or it's a massive cook-up, you know. Every day is like Christmas sauce. It's like Caribbean people don't need anything to celebrate. All they need to do is, James Holder is coming around today. My mom will start getting the chicken out, and any excuse we get, we celebrate. Festivals, chicken, this, that, and the other. So every day is like Christmas for us, man. That's why when I'm in camp, I go away, so I'm not around my mom too much. I don't eat too much food, man, because my mom just piles it on, you know.
We'll talk a little bit about James DeGale's shock defeat to Caleb's Truax. Very disappointing from James DeGale's point of view, and a fight that many people expected him to come through with flying colours. What was your reaction to James DeGale's defeat against Caleb Truax?
Listen, James DeGale, it's very sad to see. James DeGale is another friend of mine who I speak to, and I think James is an alright guy, a good fighter, done it the hard way, gone on the road and win the title on the road. It's difficult to do, you know. But I've had the same shoulder surgery that he's had. You can't have a shoulder surgery like that and come back in a year and fight at a high level or underestimate opponents. And you could see in the fight, he never had confidence in throwing his left as much as he normally does. You could see it from the start of the fight. He would say his shoulder was okay, but it's not. It's been 2 years on my shoulder. It's just about getting to the stage now where it's starting to feel normal again. You see David Hay come on shoulder surgery. We've seen many fighters come on shoulder surgery. And you have to come back at a lower level. It doesn't matter how good you think you are. You have to come back at a lower level. You know, you have to forget your pride, come back at a lower, forget what the critics say, come back at a lower level and fight. I went from fighting Joshua to fighting Igor Barushin. You know? So it's all about levels and about making the right move. It's sad for him, but I think James will come back because he's a stubborn guy and he's a proud guy. I think he'll come back and, you know what they always say? The fall down or set up for a bigger comeback, you know. So every setback set up for a bigger comeback.
How do you mentally go from getting a set amount as a world champion, or in your case a big payday against Joshua, to then having to remotivate yourself and refocus yourself on lesser money for a next fight, etc.?
I'm a warrior and I'm on a journey. So for me, that loss for me was a massive learning curve. You know, it wasn't like what I lost. I think, oh my God, I'm demotivated. No, that loss for me was a reality check. I sat down, I looked at myself, broke myself down. I was very harsh with myself, and I see that. Listen, I needed to then take myself away from my comfort zone, and then I started making drastic moves. I started going up north, up there, training, changing my training program, changed trainers, changed my lifestyle, and. And that's what it is. It's just like I'm stubborn. I refuse to give up. And it's as simple as that. You can either give up at the first sign of a struggle, or either say, you know what, this is just really stimulated me. I want to prove people wrong. I want to prove all the naysayers wrong. Prove to people what I believe I am and what I believe that I can do. And it's just pure motivation. It's not money. It's just pride and motivation. That's what it is. And I think James is young enough to have it, and he seems to show that mental side. That he's got that little streety rude boy thing to him. So hopefully I see him back, because there's still big fights for him. He's young. What's he? 30, 31 or 30? He's still young. I think he's still in his prime. He just need to give the shoulder time to rest and just build back again. What a great story. Shoulder surgery, lose the world title and come back and win it in under 12 months again and defending it. So it's just about the little things in life that inspires you, things that you can get your teeth in, and it's just him now. He needs to have the mental focus. Okay, this is gonna be good. This is when my career is over. These are the little points I look at. Okay, I lost, I had a bad day, but I regrouped and I come back. You know, and that's what, you know, and that's what makes a good fighter and a decent fighter. Can you come back? We've all seen it over the years. You know, we've seen Roy Jones lose, James Toney lose. You know, we've seen many fighters lose and come back even better. You know, so it's just about, it's all about him as a person, and we'll see what kind of person James DeGale is. And I think that he's a fighter, so I think he'll come back. You know, he lost to George Grove before and came back. I reckon the loss to George Grove would have crushed him more than losing the world title. And he's come back from that. So if he come back from that, he can easily come back from this. Easily.
I'm going to drop this off because any longer I'm going to need shoulder surgery. My arm's starting to absolutely kill me.
You need to get in shape, bruv. You need to get in shape. Coogan's get ready to fight every day. You should be like, you've been in the ring before, you should be coaching.
So, I mean, I'm here giving him my expert advice for this one. I'm in the back sort of taking it all in.
No, bruv, you need to get in shape. I keep telling you. Merry Christmas to everyone who celebrate it, and God bless and enjoy yourself, and see you in the new year. Peace.